Okay, so just gonna go over the trade that I took just now in this afternoon session here. Hang on, let me just get back to where my initial stop loss was placed. Okay. So let's just, we'll start on the daily, okay? So the reason for me being bullish today is because of how price swept the lows yesterday and then started going higher. We have equal highs above here. I wasn't targeting these equal highs today, but that's like where price should be headed in the next couple days. Yeah, so I was bullish. If I go lower, you'll see this morning I really wanted to see us close above this 4-hour fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, to invert the fair value gap, to then come for previous daily high / this high here. We didn't do that, okay? Price was actually extremely choppy all day today. Really poor price action. Like, you know, take a look at the daily candle. You can see it's just a doji, right? Like, right? It's not very clean. Go to the 15-minute, the 5-minute, you'll really see it. But I mean, this was 9:30 candle. So all day today, it's been just barcoding. It's really poor price action. I was okay with taking this trade though, because the drawn liquidity seemed very obvious to me, and I'll explain why. So like I said, I was bullish today, and so first and foremost, we swept. This is the daily sweep here that I showed you. So this, you can see it a little bit nicer on the 4-hour. So we swept sell side here on the 4-hour. If you go lower, we swept sell side again on the 1-hour. There's not much sell side to come for anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, and then what did we do once more? Well, let me show you this. So this is the 1-hour sell side getting swept that I just showed. We came back for even that. So we swept that too. And then this is what I got in off of. We swept sell side once again. These equal highs remained. And, you know, that was the obvious draw. After we swept this sell side, we got distribution. I got in off of this fair value gap here. Is just the nearest fair value gap I could get into. I aim for a one-to-one minimum is what I'll look for. So this was close enough to a 1-to-1 where I said, okay, I'll enter. Now, price, what I did was I had 7 contracts. My first partial profit taking was right here at this inverse fair value gap. When we tapped into there, I took 4 of the 7 contracts off. That was actually not enough to make the trade risk-free, which is understandable. I mean, it's less than just barely less than a 1-to-1 risk reward, and we weren't halfway up towards that final TP yet. So taking even 4 of the 7 off was not enough to make it a risk-free trade. So what I did was I moved my stop loss so that it was a risk-free trade. I think I had to move it to around like here or something. I don't know. So that was risk-free trade. That made sense to me anyway, because honestly, if price is going to come down to here, then you know this trade probably not going to work out anymore. But you also have to be aware of the type of day it's been too. So I wanted to put my stop loss to break even once we traded above this high, and we actually didn't trade above this high. We created more resistance here, and that's pretty intuitive. What's the word I'm looking for? Indicative of the day that we've had a lot of just ranging, you know, back and forth price action. So when I saw that happen and we didn't sweep above this, I said, you know what? I know we didn't sweep above it. That's where I wanted to put my stop loss to break even. But honestly, I'm just going to put my stop loss to break even anyway, because price has been choppy all day. I would not be surprised if we used this as resistance and just came and took me out at this stop loss here. So you kind of have to be understanding of the type of day you're trading inside of, in a way. Look at the bigger picture. I mean, this is price today. We don't have a direction. We really don't. Like, I want to be bullish, but we don't have a direction. Like, I don't know how else to put it. So yeah, that was the trade. I made like $100 on it, so nothing crazy at all. But a win's a win, and honestly, I followed my trading plan, and it was really the only setup that was available to me all day. That was in line with my trading plan, and I executed on it. So, no matter how much money I made or if I lost money, it was still a good trading day because I followed my trading plan. So, we'll see how the rest of the day plays out here. I assume it's just going to continue to range, but we will see. We will see. I still think these are definitely still a target in the short term here. I mean, they definitely could get taken before market closes, but I mean, at the same time, we could just range for the rest of the day. I wouldn't be surprised, judging by this price action. So, yeah, that was the trade I took. So I'll just share executions here. Give me 1 second. Okay, just proof of entry and proof of exit. There you go.